hope I'm audible right now. Let's simply continue from here on and keep learning about aggregation. I will get this thing done today itself, like, so that from tomorrow onwards I can actually focus on the projects after learning the aggregation. Let's see. And as for getting this thing done right now, I was mainly learning about this lookup thing here, but where is that right now? This is the one. So about this thing I was learning, but didn't really get quite well. So dollar lookup in MongoDB. Dollar lookup. Let's simply go through it and let's see how it goes. Having said that, let me make even sure that I'm live and all. One more thing, as for the chat, that's going to be on. That's not really a problematic thing. The only thing I will be changing over here, that's gonna be auto stop. Let's toggle it and that's it. Okay, so let's continue from here on. If I actually have a look at this, so it is giving me what? From collection to join, local field from the input documents. Field from the input documents. Local field. Foreign, local means local field of this particular document. That's good. Field from the documents of the from collections. So from this particular field, what am I doing here? From this particular field, I have the ID. ID in the sense the ID of the user. So this particular ID I'm going with. Foreign field is going to be employees. So what am I doing that? From this one, I'm selecting the local field is gonna be ID. On the basis of ID, I'm actually adding this particular thing over here. Foreign field is going to be employee, and as it's going to be projects. And if I actually, employees has two things. Employees has 1 and 3. So ultimately in the first one I will be getting, in the second one I will be getting. So this foreign field that I actually have, that will contain this ID. As simple as that. I mean, that is why I'm getting it, right? So I have foreign field as gonna be product. So this is kind of the variable in the map that I'm actually getting here, and this is how I will be getting the results. So what am I actually doing over here? That first of all, db dot what? db dot employees dot aggregate, right? I'll have a pipeline over here, and inside this I want to look up for the data. So one pipeline for dollar lookup just like this, and inside this I will be looking for the data. First thing is going to be what? Let's have a look at the what format of it. So first of all, I'm gonna be having something called a from. So from is gonna be from where? From gonna be projects. First of all, this. What is going to be local field? Local F-I-E-L-D. Local field is gonna be the ID. ID is gonna be the local field. Not only that, just after this local field, I'll have foreign field. So F-O-R-E-I-G-N, foreign, F-I-E-L-D, foreign field. Foreign field is gonna be kind of an array. Okay. So this ID should be in that particular foreign field, and that's gonna be employees for right now. Employees. And lastly, as this is gonna be actually the variable name, that's gonna be project. So as projects I will be getting it, and that is it. If I just simply run this query, Control Shift V, run it. So here I'm getting the result. So over here in the first one, I'm getting the projects, and ID was 1, and that is why I'm getting it, because here employees, there is employee ID 1 inside this. So this particular thing is done, and then this thing is done, and then this thing is done as well. So in the first document and in the third document, I'm getting the result. So overall, this is how it simply goes on. I think this should not be problematic. I can even is there any copy example? I don't really have, but I want to have this example over there. So let's copy it and let's paste the example just here. So ultimately this particular thing is done as well. Let's continue from here on. So ultimately I have learned about dollar lookup, and there can be more things inside this, but overall things are like this. So from is gonna be collection to join, local field from the input documents, forum field from the documents of the form collection, let is gonna be let where one is gonna be expression, and then where an expression, we can have many variables inside this, and pipeline to run, I can have another pipeline inside the dollar lookup. Then as, that's insane, local field, foreign field, letter optional, it is again gonna be optional, then pipeline optional if local field and foreign field are specified, that's fine, and as required. So this much is done. Okay, oh search the from, then this, as this, then I will have a pipeline. Inside that pipeline I will get the data. Once I got that particular data, I will be searching. What will I be searching? I will be searching based on this particular operation. Okay, it turns out that it's not over yet, but overall I know dollar lookup, how it actually works and all, so I can just simply continue. So I'm just inserting these values and all, and over here from inventory, okay, these are the two things I have. First of all, I have orders ID I have inside them. I have item, amounts, price and quantity. So ultimately this is how I have. Then I have inventory. Inside inventory, ID, SKU, description, in stock. Okay, this is what I have. So I have my inventory, I have my orders, and what am I doing over here? I'm using aggregation over orders. That's great. And then I think I will be checking the inventory and all. Let's even check this thing out. So I have to look up from the inventory, that is for sure. Local field is gonna be item, so the local field that I'm actually looking, so items, so on the basis of the item, this particular item, I will be looking for the fields, and after that foreign field is gonna be SKU. So that's great. This is gonna be the foreign field, and as gonna be inventory documents, and I like this. Yeah, this is amazing. So it's like I got my local field. On the basis of that local field, I will be finding that. Once I found that, I will be just simply returning that. It's as simple as that. So even something that I can do over here, that these are the, let's even have a look at this. db dot projects dot find training program employees in 101, and then db dot what, after that db dot employees, but even before that db dot employees, come on, employees dot find, just like this. So I got all my employees. So over here I have my department. Okay, and in my projects I don't have any department. How about the project will require some kind of skill, that's fine. How about actually giving it some department as well? Let's give it department. So department is gonna be HR this time. So there's gonna be one more project I will have. So what will I be doing? That yeah, let's have this like this. So over here inside my projects dot insert one, I will be inserting one document in here, just like this, and after that I'll have project name and employees. ID is gonna be 102 if I'm not wrong. Let's make it 102 this time. So 102. Project name is gonna be anything, and that doesn't really matter, right? Anything. And employees, I will have my department over here. So on the basis of this department, I will be looking a department is gonna be HR, just like this. Let's simple enter it. This is just gonna be a test example, so not really worried about anything else. Once this particular thing is done, then first of all I'll find. So these are the two things that I have over here. And what is the next thing? First of all, I will be getting my employees. So db dot employees dot find. So here I'm getting all my employees. What I want, that I want to get a, if HR is the same, so HR is here, department HR is here, and department HR is here. So in those documents, I want to have HR related product, as simple as that. So what I can do, db dot employees dot aggregate. Let's even do one thing. I would rather want to just mention the things here. So db dot employees, it's better to just type the things like this and then paste over there. So this is the aggregation pipeline. First pipeline is gonna be this. Of course I will be looking up the data, so lookup, just like this. And inside this, what, first of all, inside lookup I'll have from field. From where? From field is going to be employees, and what is that, projects. So from field is gonna be projects. From projects I will be getting the data. Local field is what? Local, FIELD. Local field is gonna be department right now. Department, yeah. So local field is gonna be department. Done. And what is going to be the foreign field? Foreign field, yeah. Come on, yeah. FOR foreign EIGN. Is this right? FOREIGN. I hope that's right. So foreign field is gonna be what? Foreign field is going to be local field is department, foreign field is actually department. So both the fields are department in this case, because I have department over there as well. So department, and as I'm going to be getting it as projects. That's it. If I run this query, I should be getting that particular project in only HR section, and I will be getting only one project listed over there. Let's see, Control Shift V, run it. And over here, what is the result I'm getting? In the first one, where the department is HR, I'm getting that HR related project. In the second one, I'm getting nothing because it does not exist over there, because department is IT. In the third one, I'm getting the same project again. Amazing. What if we want to get all the projects in all the documents? Then what kind of query we'll have to give when we want to get all the projects? So local field is gonna be what? Local field is actually going to be null. I mean, I hope it's gonna work, I'm not sure. Foreign field is actually going to be null, and let's run it as well. Control, I just hope it's gonna work. Don't know. Dollar lookup requires both or neither of local field and foreign field. Okay, that's fine. So if I actually just remove local field and foreign field from here, just like this, from projects I want to get as projects. That's it. Control C, Control Shift V. Oh, it does. Okay, come on, it requires them. Sorry. So what can I do? Local field is going to be what? Local field is going to be based on ID, and foreign field is going to be let's make foreign field null this time. I mean, will it be working? Control V. Oh no, I'll have to provide some values here. That's fine. So there should be some kind of foreign field. So if I'm actually getting the ID, what can be the foreign field? Foreign field will be matching here. That's insane. So I need to have the foreign field. The problematic thing is this, that db.projects.find. If I want to get all the projects .find, what can I actually mention over there? I can do one thing, that in all those projects I will be having these IDs. is this possible to get all the projects? We can only get the projects only when there is a relationship, right? On the basis of that particular relationship we can actually find so let me take the help of ChatGPT or any AI over here. I mean, is this even possible or not? Null. Let's make it null and ask it to correct this. What I want, that I want all the projects. Let's see. I want all the projects listed under all the employees. Just simple. I hope it's gonna be able to fix this. Foreign field project ID. Let's see how it's gonna be performing this. It's saying that local field is project ID. Don't forget about that. Let's check this thing out. Recently it does return something like this. I mean, this is kind of a bug. I got it twice. To get all the projects listed, their respective employees, lookup projects ID. It is like foreign field is gonna be ID, so I do need to have the project ID and all over here. On the basis of the project ID only, I will be just getting the things. So $lookup works, but only on when there is actually a relation. So you need to have a relation in order to perform the $lookup. That's fine. So this thing is done. Let's go ahead with this. I'm done with $lookup at least. Things are quite clear. So this thing is done. So this is how $lookup is performed. And once $lookup is done, what is the next thing? The next thing that I actually need to learn over here, that's gonna be out, $out. Okay. Writes the results of the aggregation pipeline to a specified collection. It is used to store the computed results for further analysis to create new collection. This would write the results of the aggregation pipeline to a new collection named new collection. So it's like whatever data you get, out will simply output that data in a new collection, and that's it. It's as simple as that. So right now, whenever you are performing db.employees.aggregate, just like this, you will start your pipeline. Even if you run this much, this is going to be fine. If you just run this much right now, Control C and Control Shift V over here, if you just run this much, you are getting all the things. But the thing is that right now you are getting that inside an array, right? And this out is gonna be outputting the data in a new variable, if I'm not wrong. Let's see. Out, rather $out is gonna be what? $out in a new variable, that's gonna be new collection or something. Let's see. That collection must be inside an array, if I'm not wrong. New collection. Turns out I'm not getting anything. Why am I not getting the things here? Output will be returned to a new collection named a new collection. That's fine. But why am I not getting any data? Control Shift C V. It turns out that output has been written to a new collection, but I'm not getting any data. And if I want to get some data, then I got that. After that, I'll have another pipeline. Inside this particular pipeline, I'll project, so $project data is going to be $new collection. Let's see. Control C, Control Shift V, enter it. Out can only be the final stage in the pipeline. So if it actually outputs the data, then why am I facing this problem? Like, it does output the data, so why am I not getting the new collection over here? $out in aggregation. Properties by type. So what am I doing over here? First of all, I'm grouping based on the property type, and after that I'm returning the properties. Inside that even I'm pushing the name, accommodates, and price. That's fine. I'm just simply pushing this particular object inside the properties, and at the end properties by type. So I'm getting this, try yourself. Okay, let's see results. Can I run it? I'm not able to run this. How can I even try it? What does this do, by the way? This aggregation stage writes the returned documents from the aggregation pipeline to a collection. The $out stage must be the last stage of the aggregation pipeline. Wait to make a properties by type. So why am I not getting the properties? Interesting. But overall, I got to know about this. The thing is that what the hell? I don't know the way to print the result that I actually get in a collection format, but let's see, we'll be even going through that. So this $out thing is done right now. So this particular thing that I've gone through right here. $out output will be written in a new collection and all. So let's copy the whole thing from here. Again, I will be pasting the whole thing in my notes. This is my notes, control V, that's it, that should be enough. So this is all about $out. Interesting. What is the next thing? The next thing is gonna be add fields. I already know about this. So adds new fields to question. How does this work, and why don't I see any result if I run this? Okay, this should be fine. $output results writes the results to a new collection but returns no cursor, empty, initial, compass. How runs entire pipeline. Your query has no stages before copies. Entire pipeline. Your query has no stages before copies all employees. Creates a message. Creates or replaces new collection with results. Returns. Okay, verified plus fixum. Show collections, MongoDB collections now, filling space, find one out new collection to see the result, employees to array, wow, really? Let's see, new collection, show, wow. It actually created the new collection. I never expected this thing. db.new collection dot find. Amazing, yaar. Wow. It's insane. $out is actually used for creating a new collection altogether. So this particular thing, output will be written in a new collection named new collection. Wow. Such insane things exist as well. I never expected the result to find in this format. But yeah, that's amazing. Let's continue. So this thing is actually done. I've learned about $out as well. Next thing is add to fields. Adds new fields to documents in the pipeline. It is used to create or modify fields based on the expressions or values. This would add new fields bonus to each document and calculate as 10% of the salary. Let's see. So first of all, aggregate $add fields. where do I have to add add fields? This is not add to set, this is add fields. So dollar add fields adds new fields to documents in the pipeline. Dollar add is used, okay. A dollar projection is just used for projecting. So while projecting the things, we can add some of the things, and we can directly add this as well. That's fine. It is used to create or modify fields based on expressions or values. This would add a new field bonus to the document calculated by as 10%. That's amazing. Multiply this, multiply salary and 0.1. That's gonna be the bonus. Amazing. I would like to even check this thing out. So what I want to do, db dot db dot aggregate dot db dot employees dot aggregate, and inside this what will I do? Inside this I have to add the fields, right? So dollar add field add fields, and what will I be adding? I will be adding a field called bonus, and how will I be calculating it? In order to calculate it, I will be using dollar multiply operator, and I'll have two things inside this. I have my dollar salary, and I will be multiplying the salary by 0.1 or something. That's gonna be my bonus. Let's simply run it. At least I'm able to understand the things and all, like how the things are actually working in this aggregation pipeline. So that's good. I added one more field. That's gonna be the bonus and all. That's fine. I mean, glad to know that. So this dollar add field is actually done. So let's copy the whole thing from here, and I would actually like to paste it here. So Control V. So this thing actually done too. So let's simply copy it, paste it here, and let's continue. What is the next thing? Replace root. Replaces the existing document structure with a new specified by a document or an expression. It is often used to promote nested fields to the top level. This would replace the root document with the department field for documents where the name is Alice. Replace root, first of all, replaces the existing document structure with the new one. You will replace all the fields, and then you will create new fields in that particular. Okay, that's fine. Specified by document or expression. It is often used to promote nested fields to the top level. So whatever nested fields you have at the end of the day, you can just bring it to the top level. That's fine. This would replace the root document with the department field for the documents where the name is Alice. So first of all, I'm matching it, and once I am matching it, after that new root is gonna be dollar department. So new root should actually be the name, and dollar department is gonna be the value for that, and that is it. Shall we check it? Let's run it. Let's see what am I going to get. It is saying that you will be getting output HR. By default, I would be getting everything if I just run this much. Let's see. Control C. If I paste it here, so if I just run this much query, so I will be getting the Alice document. Control Shift V. I will be getting that document. So name Alice and all. And if I only want the department, I don't want all of this. I just want the name of the department. That is it. At that time, I can replace the whole document with this command, and that's gonna be replace root, new root department. So it will be giving me the, I'm replacing the previous root with the new root, and new root is gonna be dollar department. That means I will be only be getting the value of the department if I'm not wrong. So Control Shift V, run it. Well, unfortunately something went wrong. Let's copy it properly. Control C, Control Shift V, run it. Are you kidding me? Yeah, it is kidding me, because nothing like that does exist. What is executor error during aggregate command namespace aggregation employees caused by new root expression must evaluate an object, but the resulting was HR. Type of resulting value string input or document department HR. क्या है भाई? DB employees aggregate name is gonna be this. I'm able to find them. I'm replacing the root dollar department, and that's gonna be the employees. So if I just simply run the previous command, let's copy this much only. Control C, Control C, and then come back, paste it here, run it. I'm getting this department is HR right now, and what I'm saying that you have to replace the whole root and create a new one. Okay, Control C, Control C, Control Shift V, run it, getting the same error. Executor error during aggregate command on namespace aggregation employees caused by new root expression must evaluate to an object, but resulting value was HR. That is right. Type of resulting value string input document department HR. They are simply saying that at the end of the day you are returning string, but the input document was department HR. So executor aggregation employees caused by new root expression must evaluate to an object. They are simply saying that the result new root that I am getting that must evaluate to an object, because I am replacing the previous root, so the new root should actually be an object, and that is kind of right. So what can I change over here? I can say that new root is gonna be an object. First of all, over here I will adjust my document, and it will be dollar document. I'm not sure, but I'm just simply guessing it over here because it was asking me to return the object, so I'm returning that. I'm returning document. Let's simply paste it. This is how I run it, and guess what? I am getting an object, but that is empty. Oh, my object is empty. Really interesting. Earlier it was giving the error, and now it is giving me the empty dollar document. Dollar document is empty. If I actually remove it, then it will give me 3 documents with empty. It will give me 3 documents, just the way I expected. So what can I do right now? First of all, this way is not gonna work because it gives me empty documents. It doesn't give me the dollar value inside that. So I was just having it here, but it will actually give me HR. In that case, what can I say? That HR is returned from here, right? This is a pipeline altogether. Dollar replace root. Let me take the help of AI over here and just ask it to make it better. Is this even right or not? Let's see what's wrong with this, because I'm just getting this command from that website itself. So they're returning HR, and that's the same thing I was getting, but there's an executor here. They're simply saying that you cannot simply return HR directly, ultimately a string directly. So let's see. Okay, replace root new document fields because no document field exists in your employees docs. Really? Replace root must resolve existing document. So wrong document field does not exist. अरे exist करता है भाई, नहीं करता है भाई. That is okay. Sorry. It should be department first of all. Department. I think that was the same thing mentioned over there. Department is mentioned over here. Am I crazy? I think I'm crazy. I removed that. Control C. That means the next one was right. So right now I'm getting the errors. What I can change over here, that instead of just returning the string, I can actually convert it to this new root can be the new root that we provide. So I'm not gonna be just providing the string, I will actually be providing it the object, and the object is gonna be department. Department, the value of it is gonna be department. That's it, and it should definitely be right this time. Control Shift V, and yeah, did it, yeah. Okay, that's amazing. It was simply saying that, bro, you are returning a string. The type of resulting value is string. That is not fine. Input document is department HR. That was something that you are actually inputting. So, and expression must evaluate to an object. It was just simply telling me that it should the result should be in the form of an object, and that's what I did, and it is right now. And what is it happening over here? The thing is that by default, if I actually remove it from here, okay, I can even have one more thing over here, that one more pipeline where name is gonna be equals to Alice. And it doesn't happen like this. I will have to match it, and then where name is gonna be equals to Alice. Let's use comma over here. Done. And if I actually remove it, then I will be getting my previous root. What is my previous root? Normal root. My normal root is this, where I'm getting ID, name, department, salary, skills. What if I just want my department? In that case, I can even project only department. So there's one more way, that I'm just gonna be projecting department. But suppose there are lots of nested elements, nested fields. Then if I want to get the most nested field, then in that case it would be hard to project that, and that is why this exists. So I don't want to get anything from here. Rather, I want to create my own new root, and I want to replace this whole root. This particular section is called a root. So I want to replace this particular root with the new root that I create. Just as simple as that. So over here, what am I doing? I'm saying that replace the previous root, whatever the root is there, replace that. And what I'm gonna create a new root. What is going to be the new root? Inside that new root, I will have department, and department will have the value of department. Inside that new root, I can say greeting, and I can say hello or good evening. Even that doesn't really matter. You can create your own root, and it is going to work. Control Shift V, run it, and now you are getting that. Earlier you was getting this, and now you are getting this. So you still have that object, you still have a root, but the previous root got replaced with the new root that you created. As simple as that. Amazing. I learned it. Great job. Let it be this much only. Copy it. Cut it. And once this thing is done, then let's simply paste it here. And as for the result of this particular one, result of this is gonna be the result, right? Not that. Rather this one. Control Shift C, Control Shift V. Let's format it up. No, this is just the command. Come on, yeah. Let's do one thing. Copy it and just simply run it. It will automatically be created. I will get my response now. That's it. Okay. Control Shift V, run it, and now this is the result that I got. Department HR. Copy it. This is not how we copy here. Sorry. Control Shift C for copying, and then Control V. Oh my crazy. Turns out I am. But never mind. This thing is done. This is gonna be the result. Result. That's it. Fine. So I've learned about this as well. I learned about $replace. What is the next thing that I have to learn? The next thing is going to be $sample. How many things are remaining here? $sample is here. $facet is here. $redact is here. $bucket is here. $graph lookup is here. And that's it. Done. Should I learn them today? I want to learn them at least today. Tomorrow I will be revising the things and all. But as for the learning, why not learn them? 4 to 5 operators are there that I have to learn. Let's learn about this sample. So randomly selects a specified number of documents from the input. It is useful for obtaining a random subsets of documents from the collection. This would randomly select 2 documents from the collection. Wow. it sample means it will give you the sample. So you may have lots of documents, then you can get the samples of those documents, and those samples are gonna be selected randomly. Amazing. Let's do that. So you can even define the size over here. So db dot employees dot aggregate, done. And then I have a pipeline. Inside this I just wanna get some sample data, so dollar sample sample documents I wanna get. What is going to be the size for them? The size is gonna be 1. Fine, run it. Control Shift V, run it. Unrecognized dollar size. भाई क्या था इधर? Size था, sorry, dollar size नहीं था. Dollar size is used for getting the size. I'm sorry for that. Let's just use the size over here. The size is gonna be only this much. Copy, paste, enter. I'm getting second one. Okay, let's run it again. Control Shift V. I'm getting second one. Run it again. I'm getting first one. So this time I'm getting them randomly. Can I increase the number of the documents? Definitely I can increase, but the thing is that I am getting the documents randomly. 3, 3, 2, 2, 1. Great job. So sample has been easy peasy. Interesting. Outputs randomly selected documents. Gonna be mentioning it in my notes as well. Again, I'm creating proper notes so that if I have to revise this in future, I can come back. Even I will be revising the thing tomorrow as well. So it's better to just keep them in my notes, like at least the examples, right? Why not? So this particular thing is done. After that, what will I be learning? Just after this, I will be learning about facet. Enables multi-facet aggregation, allowing you to define multiple independent pipelines within a single stage. You created a pipeline. Inside that pipeline, you are creating different pipelines again. So facet enables multi-facet aggregation, allowing you to define multiple independent pipelines within a single stage. Each sub-pipeline represents a different facet of the data. This would perform multiple aggregations in a parallel, generating statics for departments and listing distinct fields. Simple thing. You created a pipeline. Inside that you will be creating sub-pipeline. Simple. And what is happening inside this? So first of all, you created this top level pipeline. Great. Inside that you are using facet so that you can create 2 different pipelines inside this. So you created this pipeline inside facet. Facet itself creates a pipeline. Okay, this is the pipeline that facet created. So you had a top level pipeline, and now facet created a sub pipeline. And inside that pipeline, you are getting the department statistics. And if you are creating a pipeline, department stats, so the pipeline is created like this. That's fine. And then you get the data. You are grouping the values based on the department. After that, you are creating the average salary. Done. And not only that, you are creating another pipeline and a skill list. And over here you are unwinding the skills, and once the skills are unwinded, you are grouping the data using the skills. You are grouping the data using the skills. That's fine. So once these 2 things are done, then the output is gonna be this: department and skill list. Department ID, this is fine. Thing is here, you created this top level pipeline, fine. You created these 2 sub pipelines, and the result of these sub pipelines is gonna be the result of this top level pipeline. So whatever result you get from here, that's gonna be the result of this top level pipeline, and you are done. Not that much hard to understand. I mean, really. I mean, let's go ahead. So let's rewrite the same thing. And first of all, we want to get the departments stats. We want to get the skills list. We will be getting the skills list, and of course for getting the skills list, we'll have to unwind that, and then we'll have to group them. And department stats, you can get them directly like this. So should we try it? Why not? Let's try to rewrite the same thing first of all. That will make sure that, yeah, if I know it, I know it. db dot employees dot aggregate done. This is the first pipeline that I have. Inside this pipeline I'm gonna use facet, and using facet I will be creating two sub pipelines. So $facet. It's all about ki bhai, after learning aggregation how much you are using this, because I'm damn sure that after learning today, if I don't use this tomorrow, if I don't use it the day after tomorrow, after 4 days or something, I'm gonna be forgetting everything. So I will make sure that I'm using aggregation daily in my work so that I am getting better at it. By the way, I'm using $facet over here, and now I have to create two pipelines over here. Okay, that's great. First event I will be giving the name. First one is gonna be departments stat. This is gonna be the field that in this particular field I will be getting the result. So department field FIELD, because you will create the sub pipeline, but you should be getting the data, you should be storing the data right in some kind of field. So that is why I'm creating it. So department stats, department, come on, can't I type well today, stats, done. And here I can create a pipeline is created. Inside this I can this is just the formal structure. Inside this I can actually create the pipeline is created. Now inside the pipeline I can actually have the query and all, depends on me. And another one that I wanna have that is skills list. Again inside this I am gonna be creating a pipeline. So okay, this is the main pipeline. Inside this, using facet, I created two fields, and those fields have their own pipelines, so ultimately are there. Now inside this pipeline, what I want, inside this pipeline, first of all, I want to what do I want? Interesting. I don't even know what I want. Departments stats I want, and I want the average salary. So there are different departments. So first of all, I need to group those departments by their names, and then I want to get the average salary. So for grouping them, I will be saying that I want to group. How do I want to group? I want to group based on the ID. What is the ID? ID is gonna be $department. Okay, on the basis of this particular ID I want to group them. Even if I run this much, I should be getting the response, because I'm just simply grouping them right now. So what should I be getting? I should be getting only their names. So let's run this much only. Why not? This is not gonna be wrong either. Run wrong. Pipeline stage specification must contain exactly one field. It is simply saying that there is nothing here. So let's remove skill list. Okay, इसको हटा देते हैं. This much is gonna be fine. I hope it is right. I don't know. Yeah, it is working. So you cannot have empty sub pipeline, but the top pipeline has the field called head, like it used the facet operator, and inside that I had department stats, and now I'm getting the only the departments right now. But what is the next thing? Not only that, when I'm getting the ID, HR doesn't tell me that okay whether this is a department and all. So I can say that okay, I will group them based on department, but I wanna return the response in a better way. So I will actually name it department, and that's gonna be this. So at least I'm gonna be getting a result in a better way. So now in the ID section I will be getting department and HR. So now, right now ID I'm grouping them based on department, but I'm properly getting that ID is department HR, ID is department ID. So this is better. I mean, why not? It can be. Once it is done, then I have to get the average price, average salary. If I want to get the average salary, then what will I have to do? I will have to use average operator, and that's it. Dollar salary. So average, the operator will calculate the salary. Dollar salary will be, and you will be getting the salary automatically because you are grouping the documents. So documents are gonna be grouped, and the salary will be coming here of the related documents one by one, and then you will be getting the data and all. And if I just simply copy and paste it again over here, run it, now I'm getting the average salary over here as well. Amazing. Let's create another pipeline. Just inside facet, I'm actually gonna be creating another pipeline, but for that thing I need to have a field for storing the data and all. That's gonna be skills list. Okay, and this is actually gonna be a pipeline. So let's create the pipeline. Done. What is the next thing that I have to do? Inside this I just wanna have the list of the skill an array. So first of all I will have to unbind that. So this is gonna be the actually first pipeline. So dollar, I can even make it like this. This is gonna be the first pipeline, dollar unwind, and I will be unwinding the things and all over here, and that's gonna be dollar something's wrong with the network, dollar skills. Okay, once I have unwinded them, so I would be getting a lot of data. Let's even try this thing. Control Shift V, and turns out yes, I am getting a lot of data. And now what I have to do, inside this skill list, I'm getting communication. I'm getting as many documents as there are skills, so I can group them right now. So if I actually want to group them, so I will be creating another pipeline over here. So this is gonna be the another sub pipeline, and that's gonna be like this. I wanna group them this time. And how do I wanna group them? I wanna group them based on skills. So skill is gonna be dollar skills. I wanna group them based on skills, something like this. Let's try this thing out, and Control Shift V, run it. Turns out that the wrong way of grouping, sorry for that. This is fine, but this is not gonna be like so. ID, and this is gonna be like this. Copy it, Control Shift V, run it, and now here I'm getting all the skills. So ID, skill, blah 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 blah. I can even just remove this particular thing from here because I just want to get the names of the skills. So let's remove it. What time is it? It's 9:48 or something. Turns out I will not get the time to learn the GNI stuff and all. Okay, now I'm getting all the skills and all. So yeah, ultimately I learned about Facet as well. It is mainly used for creating the sub pipelines. Okay. Oh. Sub pipelines. This is done. Okay, so we have learned about sub pipelines as well. What is the next thing? There are few more things that are remaining, so it's better to just simply go through them as soon as possible. After that, I have reduct so bucket and then GraphQL lookup. एक काम करते हैं. That should be it for now. There are some more things. First thing is the reduct filters the documents in the pipeline based on specified conditions, allowing you to control access to data by restricting documents content. This example assumes the field confidentials name confidentials. This would reduct hide documents where the confidentials field is true. Confidentials false. So condition if condition is gonna be if equivalence to $confidential false, where in that case $descended else $thrown. Ha. Crazy stuff. What it is saying, मतलब ठीक है, अच्छी command है. First of all, they are saying that this redact is used for removing the fields and all. It will only show you the result based on some conditions. So filters the documents in the pipeline based on specified conditions, allowing you to control access to data by restricting documents content. This example assumes the field confidential. Okay, there is I will create that. This would redact, hide, redact in the sense hide. Wow. So redact means hiding something. So redact, hide documents where the confidential field is true. So that will be hidden. So what I'm saying that redact means hide. What I have to hide? I have to hide based on some conditions. And what are the conditions? The condition is if. What is the condition? If it is equivalent, if equal, what is equal? Confidential equals to false. In that case, this is the first. No. This is the if statement from here till here. This is the if statement. If this, then what? Then this, else this. Then this means descend. Descend means show the value. Okay. Else means else prune, if I'm not wrong. एक काम करते हैं, इसको लिख लेते हैं एक बार, मज़ेदार है. आई मीन आई लाइक दिस कमांड एज वेल. क्या चल रहा है इधर? db डॉट फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल वन मोर थिंग आई नीड टू डू. db डॉट एम्प्लॉयज डॉट फाइंड. नेटवर्क को क्या दिक्कत है भाई? डिसकनेक्टेड, गेट कनेक्टेड हो जा भाई. आई मीन नेटवर्क. I think it is fine right now. I mean network quality is getting better. It happens. Okay, first of all I want to have confidential field inside them. So maybe in the first one and maybe in the third one confidential is gonna be false, in the second one confidential is gonna be true. So if I actually wanna insert that, not even insert, I wanna update them. So let's update them. So db dot find wow employees. How will I update them? Employees dot update. I wanna update many right now. Update many. Okay, how will I be updating? First of all I wanna have a query. Second I will have another query. First query will be for finding, second query will be for updating, setting. So okay, what is going to be the first query? First query is going to be for all, or I can say where id is in id is in dollar in, and that's in what? That's in 1 and 3. So where id is 1 and 3, over there confidential is gonna be what? First of all I'm gonna be finding them using this. And so over here I'm doing nothing, I'm just simply saying that you have to update based on the id. So even first of all you have to find that, so you have to find based on the id, where the id should be 1 and 3, as simple as that. And then I have to set the value. What value will I be setting over here? The value is gonna be confidential. So confidential, and that's gonna be false. Run it, it's done. Let's check the result. db dot employees dot find, employees dot find. So I have confidential here, that is false. I have confidential here, that is false, because in this one I didn't insert anything, so I'm not gonna be getting. Let's make it confidential true here. So db dot employees dot update, and this time I will be updating 1. The query, find query is gonna be come on here, I should be doing it the right way. That's gonna be id is gonna, where id is 2. That's pretty simple, easy peasy. And what do I wanna set? I wanna set a dollar set. This network is playing with me. I wanna set confidential is gonna be true over here. Run it, done. db dot employees dot find, and this time I will be getting that over here. Okay, what is the next thing? The next thing is pretty simple, that I have to reduct, that means hide. So db dot employees dot aggregate, done. And I will have a pipeline over here. So this is gonna be the pipeline. Inside this I will have this. Now I have to reduct. So reduct, and what is going to be the condition for reducting? Interesting. Condition, first of all dollar if this happens, or if or dollar if, that thing I need to figure out. भाई उधर तो if ही होना चाहिए. तो if this, then this, else this. Simple. Okay, if what is gonna be the condition over here? If dollar equals to credential, so where dollar credential, if it is false, in that case what I have to do? In that case I have to say dollar descend. I mean, yeah. And otherwise if in the else case, dollar prune, it simply means I hope descend is right, descend, So what I was saying, that if a credential is gonna be equals to false, in that case we have to show that, descend in the sense descend that, I mean set, otherwise prune that, hide that. Control Shift C, Control Shift V, run it, and I'm not getting anything. I think that should be just dollar or dollar dollar. That is dollar dollar. Tuding, 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 tuding. Why am I not getting any data? Reduct condition, if statement, this is the condition, then do this, otherwise do this, and that's what am I doing over here. Credential, how I written credentials over there, that could be also the reason. Confidential, not credential, am I crazy? Confidential. Now whether it is right or not, but I have mentioned this thing over there. So copy, Control Shift paste and run it. So now I'm getting only 2 documents where the confidential is false. That's it. I'm not getting the document where the confidential is actually true. So yeah, it is working fine as well. So turns out just like this, I've learned about this as well. Control C, and I can paste it here. Redact, that simply means hide. This thing is also never expected actually, but yeah. Then I have something called bucket. After that I have something called graph lookup, and that is it. 2 more operators are there to learn. Let's learn about bucket. It's already 10 o'clock. I have snoozed the alarm for 10 minutes. Groups the documents. What is wrong with this? Yeah, I mean this data thing is crazy. Why the network speed is so bad? In conditions, it is used for getting histograms or categorizing data into listing groups. This would categorize documents into buckets based on salary ranges. Bucket group by salary, boundaries 50, 60,000, 70,000, 80,000. Count is gonna be output. Count dollar sum. Interesting. Dollar lookup performs a recursive search on graph like data structures. It is commonly used to traverse hierarchical or tree-like structures in documents like those representing organization. Hierarchies, assuming hierarchical structure with manager field. This would perform a recursive search to build a reporting hierarchy for each. This is the data. Then a dollar lookup from employees. That's fine. From employees. It starts with dollar manager, connector from field manager, connect to this and this. I will be learning about it tomorrow. And now you know how these pipelines and aggregation website use some pipelines at once. Aggregation, I'm just loading aggregation pipeline. These 2 things are remaining at the end, bucket and graph lookup. So I will be going through them tomorrow, and this is how it will be done. It's been amazing actually. I never expected to learn this much actually. So many commands that I've learned about. Let's even have a quick look at them. Reductive will be mainly used for hiding, and then I have something called I have something called sub pipelines. So using facet I can create sub pipelines, I will be getting the data. Then I have something called sample, will be giving the sample data and all. I have replace root, it will be replacing the whole root and all. Then I have something called add fields, it will be adding new fields in the pipeline. $out will be actually creating a new collection, and $lookup will actually be looking for the data and all. Then I have that's it. I mean, these were the things that I actually learned. Amazing. Okay, what is the next thing that I'm gonna be doing? The next thing that I'm gonna be doing is to going to Slack. That's it. Unfortunately, I couldn't learn anything. Let's learn till 11. I'm gonna be here today. I mainly wanna learn the things about GenAI, even a little bit, even for half an hour, that doesn't really matter. But I should be learning something or the other on daily basis. So let's go through that just for half an hour more, and after that I'll be just telling you. Having said that, I will be coming live with that GenAI title, because this live this live is mainly dedicated to aggregation. So that is what we've been focusing on so far. So let me remove this thing from here, and let's do one thing. Let's end this live over here, just right here. I'll be coming live again, but with a new title named GenAI.